Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com. I'm super stoked to talk to an old friend of mine. We have been to many shows together, and he doesn't live that far away from me, but you should be super stoked because we're going to drop some big news from Taildragger RC. This is Chad Wilson. What's happening, Chad?
Hey, what's up, Jim?
So I'm digging your room now. I was at the hardware store, and the guy behind the counter said, I was watching your video and the Dodge Charger. And he said, but I have a question. Is the everything behind you, is that a picture or is that actually your office? And I'm like, no, man, I sit here every day. That's my office. So it looks like you've got an eclectic room sitting behind you as well.
Oh, dude, if I could show you the whole room, it's very eclectic. It's kind of like the empire of Chad. Uh,
Nice. That's
it's
what I say. If I'm going to sit here, I've been sitting in this room for 17 years, and I'm going to fill it up with the coolest stuff possible.
oh, dude, yeah, yeah. A lot of this stuff we found, with our other business, our antique business or junk, vintage, retro business, and every once in a while I keep a piece for me, maybe a little more than.
Something. So with that said, that's why everyone out there is here. Why are we talking to Chad? Well, as you may or may not know, Chad used to run Taildragger RC back in the heyday and the big days and Taildragger. And I'll let you fill in the gaps. I don't want to assume anything here, but the big news and what we're here to talk about is Taildragger RC is back. So big congrats on that, Chad.
Yeah, thanks, man. I've actually been thinking about this for a while this year. Never dreamed I would come back here, and I don't mean that in a negative way. Um, I'm really pertaining to. Uh, we originally started in, I think, 2009 or 10, and it was kind of just a business for me to, at first, just to help supplement my hobby, because I was getting into giant scale and I was beating up profiles and, you know, uh, re-kitting flat foamies constantly, going through Depron like crazy. And I'm like, man, this is getting expensive. So, I just started selling stuff, buying and selling a little bit to support my hobby. And then it kind of became more of a serious thing. And one day I just quit my job. And we're very blessed. We operated from full time 2010 till around 2020. Had some of the greatest customers I could ever imagine. My new ventures I've been in the last few years, there's some really great people too, but none were like my RC family. They were just
Got
awesome.
it.
And I needed a time to recharge my battery, and I took that time. I started another business. Natasha, my wife, started another one. We stay busy all the time, but we enjoy living life, and we're kind of gypsy like. And it was kind of to the point where I got back in the hobby and rekindled that fire. And I was going to keep it a hobby, but I just can't help myself. It's just in my blood, man, and it's what I do. And I sure am glad to be back.
So you and I've been talking for the past, I don't know, I guess a week now. And so today, did you just turn the site on? Is everything just starting to get powered up?
It's been up, but I kept it kind of under the wraps. I haven't told anyone, except for maybe a few close people, because I've just been still kind of building it. And at the moment, it's still it's there, it's set up, but there's still I'm waiting on I had to go back to all my manufacturers, find some new ones, and I've been having stuff built, and a lot of the stuff, the prototypes aren't even here yet for me to photo. So
Right.
there are some things up, and I was going to wait until that day when I had everything and launch and just surprise everyone, but I kind of wanted to get a little buzz out.
And that's what we're doing here. So at this point in time, we have a website. You can go visit. The link to that will be below. What I'm going to do actually is create a full feature article with a note from Chad on what's going on. And I've thrown some pictures. Now, Chad kind of let me do what I wanted to. So if you see his banners rolling around on the site, you're going to see Chad playing. I still have that guitar and Chad and his wife. And
Was that a Gibson?
yeah, it was a Gibson. It's
I know
right over here.
the Firebird, but it was like a Firebird Studio or something. I don't remember those.
Yeah, it was a Gibson everyone hated. And so like when I picked it up, the guy at Guitar Center said, "Oh, don't buy that guitar." But I love that guitar. It's awesome.
Oh, dude, my favorite guitars are guitars nobody really liked. Um,
Yeah.
I play mostly Fender offsets in an SG.
Well, we have a lot of catching up to do because I've got some really funky stuff going on in the room, and I've gone all. All I care about now are old 1960s guitars,
Yeah,
and not Gibsons. You know, like um, harmonies and things like that.
dude, I've actually gotten in that too. My favorite acoustic I have right now is an old beat up 1940s. It's not a Harmony. What am I thinking of? The other brand. Uh, it's a
There's Silvertone.
Silvertone. That's it, man. And it's like the old cowboy arch top guitar,
Yeah,
with just F holes. And I had it set up and repaired, and man, it's butter.
I'm on the hunt. That's kind of my next money I'll spend will be on an old. I want an arch top. I don't want a sound hole or anything. I want something that's kind of retro. You know.
Yeah, got you. Retro's the coolest for sure.
So on the site right now we have, and I've got pictures and stuff, but basically we've got some supporting gear for airplanes, right?
That's basically all we did. I will admit I lost my direction a little bit there for a while. Uh, I mean, I had nothing but the best intentions. I wanted to be a large shop, and I'm just not. The only investor I have is me, and maybe a few banks. But
In the buyers.
yeah, and so I kind of got started with just nifty little tricks and blings and whatever for giant scale planes, and I kind of feel like that I'm going to go back. I'm back at my roots, and that's where my niche is. There's a niche market, and I feel that need. If you buy one of the quality, I mean, there's some really good quality giant scale airframes out there now, and for aerobatics, 3D, whatever scale.
Sure.
And my goal is to be able to fill it with all the components that I can offer you. That are, not to be taboo, but good quality.
Right.
And we're bringing back our obvious best sellers, like the wiring. I've added a lot of things to it. I know there's only so many things you can do to a simple servo wire, but we now have a locking female connector, so you don't have to buy those little extra clips. And I'm actually, losing money doing this because I'm giving you that. I'm also giving you the shielded snakeskin, some people called it, over every extension. And but it's just, these new airframes are full of carbon fiber now and sharp edges, and we're
right.
yeah, so we're kind of making it where we can protect that, on the wire for you, and it looks trick. Everybody's into that look, that finish.
And these are the things that are on the site right now. Can you divulge any future tense things that they might look forward to?
Yeah, we're going to bring back fuel accessories, aluminum alloy components, and things like that. There'll be fuel tanks. Everybody's kind of selling those now, but it just would be handy to have there if somebody's ordering their other products. Batteries, I'm not 100% sure. I want to feel the market and see just how vital the old life technology, A123 technology, still is for people. And also, I'm searching for a new builder because my old builders apparently out of business or gone. And so I'm still kind of searching for one, for that. Probably maybe an engine line. And I've been speaking with a servo company possibly, but, I'm not really going to just jump headfirst into that.
Right.
I'm sure that it's right for me and that I can support it with the kind of support I give.
It looks like you're looking for a little input too. So if you're, are you actually looking for user input from the folks buying?
Yeah, man, definitely. Like, I mean, I feel like I have some decent ideas, but I definitely want to listen to input because I want to offer what you guys want. I think there's a need there for something, and maybe I have the capability to do it. So I would love to.
Awesome. So the site is up. And like I say, there's going to be an article and you'll be able to click on that and go in there. Be sure to join the mailing list to get all the updated info as things come in. Is there a timeline? There's things they can buy now, but are you
Yeah,
gearing out in a couple of weeks or 3 weeks?
that's what I'm thinking. I should have all the stock of everything I'm having produced now in the next couple 3 weeks. I'm just going to do air shipment and get it here quick, get some stuff here I can. But this isn't just like an overnight thing. I mean, I've been on this, and it's been a daunting task to find all those builders again and make sure their quality's still good, and get samples and say this is good and go with it. So, but I'm thinking we'll have full stock of what we will have listed in 2 to 3 weeks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I would urge everyone to hit the site and just figure out where it is. And, Chad and I were debating whether to do this now or later. And I think Chad is just excited to let everyone know what's happening. So get excited.
Yeah, I just want to get a little buzz out, man. And I'm a little nervous about this, honestly. It's familiar ground, but I want to, hopefully I'm doing the right thing. But I enjoy it so much, and it's just I couldn't help myself to go back. Like I said, I can't iterate enough that we had some of the best customers in the world, and I've really enjoyed that. And that really structured me to where I am now. So, I'm looking forward to it again.
Awesome. Well, I know everyone will probably wind up seeing you and Natasha at some events as things start to unfold. So you can go talk to Chad there. And like I say, there's going to be links back to the site that you can visit. And as new products come out, be sure and keep your eyes open because we'll have feature articles featuring some of the new stuff that's about to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're going to attend some events. I don't know how many we'll be able to, but I'm definitely setting up to go to Knoll in the fall, whether if I'm a vendor there or not, to just meet with everyone. And but we actually bought a camper this year, a small one, so we can travel and go to some of the stuff. And I had to even get a newer truck because I was driving a 1951 Chevy to pull my camper, and I blew the transmission out of it. And it wasn't very comfortable either because like we went a couple states away with it last month, and it was really hot, and the cab's really tiny because people back then weren't fat like we all are now.
Right.
But so yeah, we're set up with a small rig, and look for us with the old vintage looking camper, and we'll be around. I'll probably be riding around on an old bike or something. But be glad to see you and meet with you.
Awesome. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knew what was happening, and I wanted Chad to be able to talk to you for a minute. So, man, we appreciate your time, and I know everyone's excited that you're back in the hobby.
Yeah, man, I hope so. that's my hope. But I'll be glad to be back. So
Nice. Well, I'm Jim T. Graham with RC Groups of Flying Giants and Heli Freak, and this is Chad Wilson, the owner of Taildragger RC. Go out and check him out and support folks like ourselves who keep the hobby moving forward, man. Thank you, Chad.
you got it, man.
Thanks, everybody. Hit all the buttons.